Hey everyone, Lynda Light. Quick question. Did you ever say a word over and over again until it almost just didn't make sense anymore? So I had that happen this morning. I woke up with the word attribution. I heard it clairaudiently. And I've had this happen a few times. It's not a lot, but I've heard 1-2 word things throughout my life here and there. And it's usually between the waking up in between wake and sleep, or going to sleep between wake and sleep. Anyway, this morning I heard attribution, and when I think of that, I knew immediately I had to do a video on this content. But when I looked it up, I just wanted to be sure I had the word right, because immediately I was thinking of attributes. You know, what type of attributes do you have, and that kind of thing. So I Googled the definition just to be sure, and sure enough, it is. It's like assets, something that you have. But I kept saying the word over and over again, and it didn't make sense. It was attributes, attribution. Anyway, I'll get into that in a second. So I had taken notes on what I felt was supposed to be the content of this video. And this is how things are. Spirit wants one thing, and sometimes the Lynda ego personality is thinking something else, but it's something from Spirit's coming through entirely different. But everything works out with synchronicities, right? Well, the content that I was taking notes on, dictated from my own higher stream of consciousness, was on a death meditation. And it was, imagine that you are facing your judgment in whatever way that works with your resonance, with your belief systems, with your religious programming or upbringing or current belief systems, wherever you're at, doesn't matter, across the board. Imagine that you're meeting your maker, and whether that's you or some gray-bearded guy in the sky, however you see it, it could be Jesus Christ himself, it could be whatever. You get the point, right? You're meeting your judgment, and you're being asked, did you do a good job? You know, so you're doing your death meditation, you're looking back, you're doing your life review. What could you have done better? What were your accomplishments? What would you do if you had one more day to live? What would you do? And if you had 3 more days to live, or a week, or a month? So you literally put yourself in a state of, if this was your last week, what would you do with your life? And so I wasn't trying to marry these two topics, but what happened was, when I started saying the word attribution, attribute, attribute to you. So it was like, okay, here we go. It just clicked. What would people say about you as a tribute? What were the assets that you gave to people? What were your attributes? And if you really take it another step further, go into a meditation, contemplate that you are having a conversation with your highest form. Go all the way up your stream of consciousness, creator source. And you're sitting there, and what would your maker, the creator, say about your attributes? What did you give? What were your best features and assets and things about you that people would be paying tribute to if you were to leave this earth plane right now? What would your family and friends say? So what would you say about yourself? What would you say that your family and friends would be saying about you if you were to leave right now? And when you contemplate those types of things, and you can stand in your own truth and integrity, which is of the utmost importance right now, is that we're all standing in truth and integrity. And what does that mean? if you're taking that along a spectrum. There's people that can't speak their truth and integrity yet. And then there's people over here that are able to speak truth and stand in integrity and speak their truth. So everyone who's able to do that is helping the people over here see that it's safe to do that. So when you're standing in integrity, speaking your truth, if there's something that's not right, call it out. Don't be afraid to stand in integrity, speak your truth, and call out the BS. Call out somebody that's not standing in integrity and truth, because you're proving to other people and showing them by being that living example that it's okay, that no harm is going to come to you. And in fact, you can turn things around. You can help be the change that you want to be. When everyone's speaking about be the change you want to see in the world, then do it. And start by calling out the bull crap. Call it out. Name and shout. Name it, shout it, name the game. You don't have to actually shout, but you get the idea. So challenge everybody. When you see some BS, don't just look the other way. Don't just put something under the carpet and pretend it doesn't exist. Call it out. And you can do it with love and compassion and truth and integrity. You don't have to be mean about it. Just stand in your truth. Love you guys.